You got a favorite spot out here?
Several.
He'd have to kill you if he told you that.
Yeah.
Talking about this today.
Yeah.
We'll have to blindfold you on the way out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Catching the unknown is fun. It's a lot of fun. The adventure.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just the fishing and the catching, it's knowing the waters and know where to go at a certain time of day, tides. I fish for the inshore slam, which is a trout, redfish, and snook. And we're in season for all of them right now. Got two good fish yesterday, a 22 and a 23 red, and threw about 7 back. We had a storm coming in. The tide was perfect. We got a high tide about 8 o'clock. We left here at 7 o'clock. And 15 minutes away from here is a spot where I go to catch redfish, and my daughter threw the pole in 3 minutes. She was hooked up and had a 22-inch red on. So I've got pictures of Jesse on this boat. He's this tall catching this big fish. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, we've gotten some good scores on this boat.
Yeah, it's a hurricane deck boat, 22.4. It sits about 13, and it's a family boat, and we've had it for 23 years now.
Yeah.
And the first engine lasted quite a while. I just put this newer 150 Yamaha on, and prior to this we had a 115 4-stroke. Yeah, it was slow, and now this, with the engine that I have, I can get to most of my honey holes in rapid time. So
we're about to make it more rapid.
Yeah, we're going to get more rapid.
Yeah, but fuel economy too. So.
Yeah, fuel economy.
Yeah,
that's good. I like that part.
So it's like a lot of our customers, some of them are looking for top speed numbers. Certainly not this guy. Fuel economy is a big play, and then getting it up on plane when we do have the family on board is going to be a big thing too. So, not that it has a problem now, but it'll be much easier, and you'll be able to cruise at a same speed, lower RPM. So should be good.
How long have I been here? Since 1964. I was born and raised in Erie, Pennsylvania, and loved it up there. I went in the Navy, ended up in Mayport, Florida, and I spent 3 years in the Navy. Out of that port, went to the Mediterranean several times. But I got used to no snow. And so when I went back home, after I got out of the service, discharged honorably, just thought I'd throw that in there. My favorite customer, I was in snow, knee deep. She wouldn't open the door, and I told her if she didn't open the door and buy something from me, she'd never see me again. A week later, I was in Florida. This area?
What do you call this area?
This is Newport Richey, Gulf Harbors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big Gulf Harbors.
Yeah, this is, I picked it because it's built on lime rock rather than sand and muck, and it's amazing. You don't need a sprinkler system in your yard. The lime rock, just when it rains and lightning, yards stay green, they grow. If we have a drought, a little suffering, but not much. It's a treat to live here, and some of these channels or canals are over 30 foot deep.
It's good bottom.
All sailboat water,
The lime rock's good for fishing too.
Yeah, the lime rock it'll hold fish. Actually, the trim was way up when we first took off, so I didn't jump out like I'd come out of the water like I normally do. So I don't know if that makes a difference in shooting it, but.
Hey everybody, it's Brett here with Tampa Marine Tuning, and today we're on Charlie's Hurricane deck boat. This is an older boat. It's been in the family for a long time. It's a little bit relatable to your average normal guy. It has a 2014 150 on it, and it already scoots pretty good. It got this repower a little while back. We just had it up at 40 miles an hour. We're actually going to flash it now. We're out here on the water. So we went ahead and did our initial test, and we're tied off to our chase boat, and we're going to go ahead and take the ECU and flash this thing and see what she's going to do after the tune. It's like getting these back handles and not falling in. Oh, okay, didn't fall in. I also have never really dropped anything in the water, so hopefully I don't break that streak today. Oh, let go. There we go. So we're going to pop this like so. Okay. That's that. And our ECU. So we've got a 63P37. So this right here is an indicator that this is a mechanical F-150. It's kind of their older version that they've ran for a really, really long time. Our support for these goes back to about 2006. So you can think about 2006 to 2014, how long they ran these things. And all of these mechanicals are always going to be 63P. They'll go from 35 to 38. So just depending on the age and stuff like that. 38's the most current model. So this is just one behind that. But what we'll do is we'll pop these 4 10mm bolts. We'll unclip it down there, and then we'll get it flashed and throw it back on. So a really important aspect to getting these tunes done, and especially if you're going to utilize our remote tuning program and remove your ECU and mail it to us, it's important that you get the power shut off. The ECUs can go into like a security mode if you were to remove the main harness plugs while it was powered up. So what we do is we turn the main battery power switch off, and then what I'll either do is hit the key, or I'll just hit the trim button real quick. What that's going to do is, one, it's going to verify I actually have power off, but it'll discharge any residual voltage, and then we're good to go from there. Once we're flashed and everything, we'll make sure everything's hooked up before powering back on, and it's that easy pretty much. So, okay, and didn't drop any yet. Little push, little pull. Don't throw it in the water. Done. All right, we'll carry it over here and get it flashed. Depends on where we're fishing.
So you brought a little battery for what's up? What's your setup here?
Get this, get this.
I almost got car sick once because
Because you hung over? One last thing, just as a little extra step, I'll kill the power and reconnect it. And I like to check the part number to make sure that it took. So when I read the part number with our tuning software, it'll say the ECU part number, it'll say it's a 63P37, and it'll say NISPRO, and it's going to say 191 horsepower is what it's going to say. So just to verify, make sure everything actually took and is good to go. Yep, so 63P37, F-150, 191 horsepower, 6,200 RPM. So we're ready to rock. We're going to take the power off this, throw it back on the motor, and see how she runs. Get this plugged back in without dropping it again. All right, not again, like, just don't drop again. Kind of snake our way in here, like so. Boom. Done. Cowl goes back on. We go for a test ride.
Okay, ready when you
We just got back. We tuned it on the water. That's a first for us. And a lot of times what happens, this is kind of consistent with half our customers for the most part. This boat was maybe a little underpropped from the start. And so with the increase in horsepower, we weren't able to gauge an increase in top speed because it was bouncing off the rev limiter, which isn't a terrible thing. It doesn't hurt the motor. But from here, what we need to do is we need to get the boat propped accordingly. We'll get him in touch with our guy, Ken, at Prop Gods, and he'll get him set up for the boat. He's very familiar with the tunes, very familiar with all the boats for the most part, and should be able to get him within 1 or 2 tries the correct prop that'll get him in the proper RPM range, 58 to 6100 RPM with the added power, and should see a substantial increase in torque and speed and fuel economy as well.
I'm excited.
Yeah. You sound excited.
Yeah.